Let's call the December 9th, 2024 meeting of the Leitchfield Planning Commission meeting to order. April, will you please call the roll?
Commissioner Whitmore,
Here.
Commissioner Mudd,
Here.
Chairman Buckles,
Here.
Commissioner Clemens,
Here.
Vice Chair Bocock,
Here.
Commissioner Hack.
Here.
Thank you, April. Attached to your agenda, you have minutes from the November 18th meeting. Please review those and send forward any corrections, or if none, I'll accept a motion to accept the minutes as presented when someone is ready.
I'll make a motion that we accept the minutes as presented.
Motion by Tim Bocock. Do I have a second?
Second.
Wes Whitmore with a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? None. Thank you. All right. We'll skip past visitors, and we will open our public hearing at 5:01. Do I have a motion to open the public hearing?
I'll make a motion to open public hearing.
George with a motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
Wes with a second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
This is a public hearing on RZ 24135. April, would you read the abstract on that, please?
Yes, RZ-24-135. Owner, Charlie White. Applicant, same. Location is 316 Bevel Drive and 503 Decker Lane, Litchfield, Kentucky, 42754. Request change current zone R2, single family, medium density, to R2A, single family, high density.
Thank you. The public hearing is inside a public meeting. Hearings are for the purposes of receiving evidence and taking testimony from the public. No action is taken inside the public hearing. The hearing is a judicial process that includes actual sworn testimony. We will begin by accepting testimony from the applicant, followed by anyone in support of the application. Then we will hear from anyone in opposition to the application. Following any opposition to the applicant may offer rebuttal to opposing testimony. Once all testimony is heard, the public hearing will be closed and a public comment will no longer be accepted unless as a result of a direct question from the commission. Most often, the commission takes action the same day as a hearing, but under the provisions provided by KRS 100, we may delay action on a request depending upon the volume of evidence to consider. Okay, the application is before you and the applicant is present. Charlie, do you want to speak toward your application? Are you just going to let it stand on its own? All right. All right. Do I have a motion to close the public hearing?
I'll make the motion to close the public hearing.
Kendall with a motion to close the public hearing. Do I have a second?
Second.
Tim with the second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right. Any questions or discussion on the application? I'll ask for staff recommendation first. Tyler, you have a recommendation?
I do. Currently, obviously, the two lots together are vacant land. Mr. White would like to develop that land and do some high-density lots. I did find, in my opinion, that it does coincide with our current comprehensive plan, specifically the housing analysis in Chapter 4. The recommendation is, as the price of land and housing continues to rise, methods to reduce these costs should be implemented. Such action will benefit both buyers and renters, especially young first-time and elderly buyers. Innovative approaches to address this problem will also help the local economy by stimulating the construction industry and spin-off business. The City of Leitchfield should also implement strategies and measures to ensure that the construction of smaller, more energy-efficient, and innovative housing units are encouraged by ordinance, subdivision regulations, and other development guidelines. So this property is already zoned residential, and by what we have recommended in our current comprehensive plan, I think this would meet that definition.
Okay. Thank you, Tyler. Any questions for staff or for the applicant?
I do.
Yeah, Kendall?
Will it not be correct, since there's two parcels and we have the plat, actually I did it, but will it not have to be combined in a combination plat and then a drainage plan prepared according to the R2A requirements? Is that true?
Once he gets into the development stage, we will need to do that.
So
As
just making sure, I guess Charlie's aware that, that the regulations does require a development plan. I don't know if you have any idea how many lots you're gonna get in there, but it will require a drainage plan.
Yes.
Yeah.
I got a question. With the drainage plan, with it being a branch at the bottom end of it, does it really?
Well, the regulations require it.
Yeah.
Unless, I don't know if there's a method of waiving it.
I had the same scenario out at Crestridge, out 259.
Right.
MTD on the right, where I built the 5 houses there, it just came down and went into.
This is probably gonna be a little different because the density is gonna be higher, and there's gonna be, by the time you get driveways and houses, the water impervious area is gonna be a lot less, depending on how many units and size you put in there, so. But anyway, just for the record, I thought I'd bring that up.
Okay. Any other questions, discussion? So I will remind you, if it's, if someone comes to the point, wants to to make a motion, one way or another, because under the necessary findings, it is in agreement with the City of Litchfield's comprehensive plan, then it's much more straightforward than having come up with a finding of fact to support why the map amendment request is appropriate. It actually is if in accordance, according to staff, in accordance with the comprehensive plan, so your motion slightly easier, if you will.
Are we ready for a motion?
I'm ready for whatever comes next.
I'll make a motion that we do approve the zone change request because it is in agreement with the adopted comprehensive plan.
Okay. Kendall Clemens with the motion. Tim Bocock with a second. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Okay, it is a recommendation of the Litchfield Planning Commission that that the Litchfield City Council review and accept RZ 24-135 map amendment request. Okay? Thank you, Charlie.
Thanks, Charlie.
you.
See you.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas.
Okay, next on the agenda, the public hearing for the text amendment for the condominiums and townhouses that we talked about last month. Dave, you have anything for us?
I think Tyler has already submitted to you the draft, and he's already advertised it, so it's ready to go. He just added the townhouses like we talked about last time, in conformity with what we agreed last time.
So we are having the hearing, or we're scheduling the hearing?
No, this is the hearing.
Okay, 'cause I would want to make sure I was on the same page with everyone.
Yeah.
We decided we'd go ahead and do it that way like we did last time.
Okay. Are there any comments or questions? If not, and someone's ready to move, I'll entertain a motion to accept the definitions. The amendment for the condominiums and townhouses, and it serve as a recommendation to the city council.
I'll make that motion.
Kendall with a motion, do I have a second?
Second.
George with a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Is HIED, is that a legal term?
What's that?
HIED, under the definition of multifamily? Second line. I've just never seen that before.
It says let or hide out to be occupied.
Where are you?
It'd be the
Third paragraph,
multifamily structure,
That's supposed to be hired.
yeah, hired out.
Oh,
hired.
okay,
That is a typo,
okay.
and we will correct it.
Okay.
You threw me there.
I thought, I've never heard it, but it could be,
Good catch, April.
Yeah, very good.
It's a legal Latin term.
It is a
that you have to know.
It is a
April,
word,
April, you
though.
ought to know after today how good I am with that.
Etymology.
Is there any
You did this on
other,
your dang laptop, didn't you?
any other old and unfinished business?
Get the wrong keys.
Tyler, is there any new business?
I have none.
Dave, any new business? Any commissioners have anything? Remind you all, in case you've not RSVP'd, the City of Litchfield's gathering is later this week, so hopefully you've made arrangements to be there. Look forward to seeing you all there. By the way, while we have time, yes, Tim?
Yeah, I'd just like to say it's been an honor and a pleasure serving with each and every one of you. I've learned so much, so thank you for your time.
Thank you, Tim. I was just about to express my thanks to you and George.
And
Appreciate your
I want to echo what Tim
service.
said. I
Thank you.
appreciate everybody here on the commission and Tyler and Heather and Dave for all that we've done, and appreciate every one of you.
I think it's also important to point out that over my years as being involved in the Planning Commission, sometimes it's obvious that council members sometimes struggle to understand what it is we do in the planning process. And I think we're comforted in knowing that two people who have served with us do understand the planning process, will be representing the people of the City of Litchfield on the Planning Commission. So we thank you for your service in advance.
Good luck, guys.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Good luck. Congratulations.
Do I have a motion that we adjourn?
I'll make that motion.
Wes with the motion. Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor, say aye.